Have you ever wondered why some ancient biblical texts are missing from the Bible? Books that seem to contain stories, wisdom, and warnings, but are nowhere to be found in modern scripture? Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious of these texts, the Book of Enoch, and exploring why it was banned, forgotten, and ultimately hidden away from millions of believers. This story isn't just about a book, it's about a history of secrets, divine encounters, and a narrative so controversial that it was buried. But first, who was Enoch, and what secrets did he uncover? Who was Enoch? Enoch, a name that for many resonates with mystery and reverence. The Bible speaks briefly of him in Genesis, describing him as the man who walked with God and was taken up to heaven without experiencing death. Unlike other patriarchs, whose stories span chapters, Enoch's story is just a few verses. And yet, this man, this mysterious figure, would go on to leave one of the most impactful texts of ancient times. Imagine a man so close to God, so aligned with the divine, that he was granted visions of heaven, angels, and the supernatural. His journey wasn't like the journeys of Moses or Abraham. Enoch's journey took him beyond earthly realms, into dimensions where few humans are said to have ventured. And that journey was chronicled in what we now call the Book of Enoch. But here's where it gets intriguing. Despite being widely read in ancient Jewish and Christian communities, Enoch's writings were eventually deemed too controversial. They were excluded from the Bible, disappearing from mainstream religious texts. But why? What did Enoch see or say that was so dangerous? Contents of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch is unlike any other biblical text. It opens up a world where angels descend from heaven, giants walk the earth, and forbidden knowledge is shared with humanity. Let's start with perhaps the most startling section, the story of the Watchers. The Watchers were a group of angels tasked with watching over humanity. But instead of simply observing, these angels made a choice. They descended to earth, bound by their own desires, and defied divine orders. These angels, known as the Watchers, did something that would change the course of human history. They took human women as wives, and from these unions came the Nephilim, a race of giants described as mighty and powerful, beings that would eventually bring chaos and corruption to the earth. These fallen angels didn't just stop there. They shared forbidden knowledge with humanity, teaching humans the secrets of heaven, knowledge that was meant to remain divine. According to Enoch, these angels taught humans weapon-making, the art of war, astrology, and even sorcery. It's said that these teachings corrupted humanity, leading them away from God. Can you imagine? Divine beings, imparting secrets not meant for human understanding. What impact would that have had? For early believers, these tales introduced powerful ideas. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more insightful biblical stories. The Book of Enoch painted a picture of a cosmic struggle where not only humanity but even angels could fall from grace. And as captivating as these stories were, they were also unsettling. Did these revelations make Enoch's book too radical for the Bible? Why was the Book of Enoch excluded? When the early Christian and Jewish communities began shaping their sacred texts, a debate arose. Should the Book of Enoch, with all its radical teachings, be included? The decision wasn't taken lightly. This wasn't just about doctrine, it was about defining what truths were safe for believers. The Book of Enoch introduced theological concepts that made many uneasy. The idea of angels falling from grace, teaching forbidden skills, and creating a race of giants didn't fit the narrative that religious leaders wanted for their communities. If angels could rebel and humans could wield divine powers, what did that mean for the authority of the church? The Book of Enoch spoke of judgment for these fallen angels and their offspring, foreshadowing a reckoning. And Enoch, in his journeys, spoke of places beyond earth, a fiery abyss where these beings would be punished. These teachings about cosmic realms and divine punishments didn't align with the traditional view that the early Jewish and Christian leaders wanted to promote. Enoch's book was seen as too speculative, too out of alignment with established beliefs. Eventually, councils like the Council of Nicaea decided which books would be part of the official canon. The Book of Enoch was excluded, labeled apocryphal, fit for personal study, but not for Holy Scripture. In many ways, it was seen as a threat to the church's authority. To embrace it would have meant accepting ideas that made the universe feel a little too chaotic and uncontrollable. Cultural and political reasons for exclusion. But it wasn't just theology at stake. Politics and power played a role too. As the early church grew, it became closely tied to the Roman Empire, a partnership that had its own influence on which texts were accepted and which were banned. Rome valued order, unity, and control. A book like Enoch, with its radical depictions of angels rebelling and humans wielding forbidden powers, didn't align with the empire's preference for a stable, controlled version of faith. To question the angels was, in a way, to question divine authority itself. And the early church couldn't afford that kind of challenge. There was also the matter of maintaining the church's authority over believers. The Book of Enoch introduced complex ideas about the heavens, divine realms, and angelic beings that could make believers think too freely, too independently. For the early church, the safest path was to build a doctrine that was unified, simple, and controllable. And the Book of Enoch, with its tales of rebellion and forbidden knowledge, was anything but. Why it's still relevant today? Despite being excluded, the Book of Enoch never fully disappeared. Over centuries, scholars and theologians rediscovered it, finding in it a sense of wonder and mystery that seemed to touch on the deepest questions of human existence. And today, it's more popular than ever. Modern readers see the Book of Enoch as a window into a lost worldview, one where the supernatural and the divine were much closer to everyday life. It offers an alternative take on biblical stories that challenges us to think about angels, demons, and even the end times in a new way. For some, Enoch's visions are proof of spiritual realms beyond what we know, realms where forces of good and evil wage battles that impact our world. Others see it as a reminder that even in ancient times, people questioned, explored, and sought knowledge. Perhaps, by engaging with these forbidden texts, we're rediscovering something long lost, an understanding of faith that is both cosmic and personal, mysterious and enlightening. The Book of Enoch remains a powerful, thought-provoking piece of our shared religious heritage. In its stories, we see a world filled with divine mysteries, cosmic battles, and questions that challenge our understanding of faith. By delving into these forbidden texts, are we finding something we've lost, or uncovering a secret that we were never meant to know? Perhaps in today's world, where science and technology reveal mysteries beyond imagination, Enoch's story resonates because it reminds us that some questions are timeless. As we uncover the mysteries of the universe, we're reminded of ancient truths, that humanity's desire to understand the divine is as old as time. Let me know in the comments. Do you believe the Book of Enoch should have been included in the Bible? What secrets might it hold? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want more deep dives into the mysteries of the Bible and the faith that has shaped our world.